Though she comes from a Protestant tradition, Dorothy Sola was very at home with contemplative practice and with the mystical tradition. In fact, as I said last night, she called for more mystical language because this is the authentic language, she said, of authentic religion. And you know, I'm not putting Protestantism down when I say, though she comes from Protestant tradition. And that's part of the value and the prophetic work of this institute here, the Shalem Institute, that even though you come from Protestant tradition, you've been shouting the word contemplative and contemplation to people for decades. That's very important. Why? Because the Protestant movement grew up at the time of the modern era, the launching of the modern era, the printing press. And the printing press was revolutionary. It demanded new forms of religion because it brought reading and text available to everybody. That is Protestantism's strength, and it is Protestantism's weakness. Protestantism has overly identified the Word of God with words in a book. You see, it's this pre-modern consciousness of Aquinas and Hildegard and Black Elk that reminds us, no, the Word of God is every creature. Meister Eckhart says every creature is a Word of God and a book about God. In other words, a Bible. And he says, if I spent enough time with the caterpillar, I'd never have to prepare a sermon. Because one caterpillar is so full of the divine. And given today's science, that's even more true. Trace the history of the caterpillar, folks, and you come back to the fireball, our origin as well. So science assists in this revelation of the book of nature. So I commend Dorothy Sola and I commend the Shalem Institute for bringing in this pre-modern consciousness of contemplation.